Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lo. I'm just here to share my nursing experience for people who would like to listen and to just be a beacon of hope or anything like that. If people have questions, I can answer them for you. A little recap: I've been a nurse for the last 3.5 years, and for the last 9 months, I've been doing travel nursing. In this video, I just want to talk about why I became a nurse. Let's start back there. So I don't really have this beautiful story of how I went and saw some person on the street and I helped them, and then I just knew right then and there that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people. I can't even lie, my experience wasn't like that. Originally, I wanted to be a medical doctor. I have a lot of medical doctors in my family. My father's a medical doctor, so I thought that's what I wanted to do. I graduated high school at 17 and went to the Florida State University, go Noles. Um, and I had been doing some things with them in high school through their medical program, like their med school program. So I basically had almost a shoe-in to med school. I just needed to finish my undergrad degree with, the typical biology or whatever, do all the prereqs, and if I had good enough grades and did my MCAT, that's pretty much what I was going to do. And I wanted to also go to school at Florida State for med school. But I started doing the med school track, and then I didn't really know if I was enjoying myself. And I've always been the type of person to want to enjoy like what I'm doing. I don't do things for other people. I wasn't gonna do it for my parents. I wasn't gonna do it because it sounded good. I don't knock anybody who does those things. That's beautiful, but I like to do things for me because I'm going to be doing this job for the rest of my life, and I want to make sure that I'm happy. And what had opened the door to that for me was when I was doing the little externship the summer before my 12th grade year, and I was doing a little externship in the FSU medical school program. Part of our externship was shadowing doctors. And one day, the externship was like a week long up in Tallahassee, and I went to do my one day of shadowing at this one specific place, and they accidentally put me with a nurse practitioner. The doctor wasn't there that day. It was a family practice. As you guys may know, some nurse practitioners run the family practice office. So they stuck me with a nurse practitioner, and I started to ask her questions. I was like, hey, so, how did you get to this point in life? And what is this all about? Because I had heard the term nurse practitioner before. And she said, that she was a nurse first. She worked, I can't even remember where, because now this is over 10 years ago. But, she was telling me about her journey and how she got to where she was. And I knew that I was kind of on the fence. I didn't really know if I wanted to do med school, but I didn't know what else there was, because I knew I wanted to be in the medical field. The medical field has always fascinated me. I do enjoy helping people, and I do enjoy using, you know, my brain in intricate types of ways. So I knew I wanted to be in the medical field, but I just didn't know specifically what I wanted to do. I feel like just little quote unquote, I'm a Christian. I love everybody. I'm into what any and everyone believes, but I felt like God put her in my life for a reason, because everybody else got to shadow doctors that day, and I got stuck with a nurse practitioner. And I felt like it was for a reason, because that opened up so many doors for me. I started to do my own research. I still was on the fence. So when I finally did graduate high school and I went to Florida State University, I did go as a bio pre-med major to do all the prerequisites. So I was going to do my MCAT, everything like that. But I started to ask more nurses questions, what their curriculum was, what they did to get there. And then I started to look into graduate programs, because I thought at the time as a 17-year-old, if you're just a nurse, that's just it. You just work, either in a hospital or a doctor's office, and that's all you do. But then I realized that there was so many more options that you could take. So I started to do my own research, and um, I realized that I like the curriculum of nursing better. I have nothing against medical students, nothing against medical doctors, of course. That's what I thought I was going to do my entire life. That's pretty much all I knew growing up. But I just enjoyed the curriculum path so much better. I enjoyed that the fact that I was going to get to know my patients more, like one on one with them, knowing everything that goes on along with them, not just curing the patient's disease process. Like nurses learn the disease process, they learn their family dynamics, and family dynamics goes into how you're going to heal, how you're going to not come back to the hospital. They learn how people learn, they learn how people, the why they see things, their cultures, their ethnicities, why they might feel certain ways about certain things, and the opportunities with nursing is just tremendous. So I went down to my academic advisor's office and I switched my major to undecided because I was like, I wasn't really undecided. And then I remember when I got a new counselor, he kind of didn't really know what to do with me because he was used to students who just really had no idea what they wanted to do. And I had an idea, it just was literally like, it's going to be this or that. So he was like, I think you're on the right track. So I finally decided, I was like, I kept doing more research, kept, shadowing. I was shadowing both doctors, med students, nursing students, nurses, nurse practitioners, because I can be really indecisive, and I really wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision. And I prayed about it, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do nursing. I'm gonna follow my heart, and I'm gonna do nursing. And that's how I got into nursing. And I never looked back, and I never regretted any my decision at all. I know my parents, like because I didn't tell my parents right away. I think my mother came up for like a parents' weekend, and I was just talking about nursing, 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 and she was like, eventually she was like, "Oh, so you like doing nursing now?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do nursing." And she was like, "Oh, okay." She wasn't really disappointed. Um, she just was, I guess, kind of surprised, and I didn't want anything to like hinder my thought process on us to where I got where I was. So I didn't tell anyone when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do because I didn't want to hear other people's opinions on, oh, well, the nurse is this, oh, well, the doctor's better because of this, or whatever, whatever. I wanted to make sure that I'm doing it because of me. And then I told my dad, and my dad's a medical doctor, so he kind of was like, oh, you sure? Are you sure? And I told him I was sure, and then he kind of just left me alone about it. And like I said, I never looked back. I don't regret my decision. Some of the people that I did the externship program with, they went on to med school, and they're really enjoying it and loving what they're doing. And it's the same for me. I decided to do nursing. A lot of people feel like nurses are people who couldn't be doctors, and it just goes to show that that's not true because I could have more than been a doctor, but I chose to be a nurse. And I was more than capable. I was more than educated. I was definitely smart enough to be a medical doctor, but I chose to be a nurse because that's what I wanted to do. It's a great and rewarding career. I mean, it's not easy. Nursing is not easy. You have to deal with people every day, and then you also have to deal with yourself, and it can be very challenging at times, but I do not regret a single decision that I have made to become a nurse and to be where I am today. I've never wanted to go back to med school. I've never wanted to do anything else other than what I'm doing right now and then progress in the career that I'm progressing in. So yeah, that's my story. So I went to Florida State and I actually finished there, and then I went to Barry University in Miami, Florida to do my bachelor's of science in nursing. Um, if you want more info about that, I can go on a whole different video. I like to keep the videos kind of short just because I know people don't have all the time in the world to sit here and listen to everything I have to say. If you want me to elaborate on anything more that you heard in this video, I definitely will. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Everybody be nice. No bullies. I'm really not. I'm like so anti-bully. Everybody just talk and communicate on here, and then whatever you would like to hear me always talk about or give you advice on, I'm here for that. But I just wanted to let you know, you know, my journey and why um, I'm here today. And most people, they don't, most people have this beautiful, intricate story. And sometimes I used to feel bad that I didn't have that. Like, oh, went to a hospital and I saw this person, I got to help them, and I knew this what I wanted. I didn't have that experience, but now that I'm a little bit older, I definitely enjoy my experience because it got me to where I am today, and it let me know that this is really what I wanted to do. And everybody's journey is different, and that's okay. So, yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.